You've always been a
I've
performer.
always been a performer.
Yeah.
So it was I swear this phone was on silent.
Mr. S,
It was on silent.
if you do your set, you're off when we reach my podcast.
I'm so sorry. Hello.
Oh, guys, I've had a hectic week or weekend, but the show has to go on. And the guest that I have today is a superstar. So, fortunately and unfortunately for me, I have to show up and shoot, right? Not every day you bring superstars, actors, leading men to sit with you. So today I want to appreciate a leading man in this room. He has acted. He has served. Please, a round of applause for Etim-Effiong. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Temisa. Thank you.
You know, when I was thinking this morning, I'm like, Etim has not come for my podcast. Say him the vex for me. Because everybody else has come.
Why not go vex for you?
Okay, what say I do?
Promote my film. Answer. I beg you. I call you, Temisa. I send you message. I say watch. I didn't even say do anything out of the ordinary. I say go and watch this film and just talk about your experience.
And so we will start the episode.
You say no. I don't care how you plan to start the episode.
We'll talk about our tiredness.
I'm telling you why they vex with you.
Okay, let's go into it. And this clip, God help me. All of you release film at the same time.
So,
and
why can't you talk about all the films? Yeah, take your time. Say, okay, this week or today, Monday, I'm going to watch this film. Then I go do content about it.
Yes, because I'll be rotten tomatoes.
In another day, I go watch them.
Temisa open Instagram so that you can narrate all the Nollywood films.
Temisa, that's your work. You talk.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, talk about this film.
You don't see a tank crier. Okay, I talk about your own. So I was going to do it, but at the time, just was too much going on in my life. You know me,
I know.
I'm a content creator first.
Yeah.
I've left Nollywood for you guys, you know. And the thing about these Nollywood directors and producers, when it's time to actually cast, you know the new influencer. That's when you know that influencer doesn't have the dexterity of a method actor like him. But when it's time to make noise, we dance in cinema, go. I don't do.
How do I put this, Temisa? First of all, there are influencers.
Yeah.
And then there are actors.
Right.
And then there are actors
that
are influencers. And then there are
influencers
that are actors.
So
and then there are
the fact that you have switched to this accent, you want to be annoying. Let's go.
You, my friend.
Right.
Are an influencer who is an actor.
Right.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
So I would, friend, as a director that you are, I would have loved it.
Mm-hmm. If you're in the film.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were interested in doing that. I would have put you there easily.
I would.
I'd have put you in the film easily.
Okay, so the next one.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, so I think part of the contract should say that, Temi-san.
Talk about my film, and in the next film, I'm going to give you a role.
Yes, let's do that.
That's how we want to roll.
No, that's good for this industry.
Producer, cut. I need a contract that says, because I'm on this podcast, Temisa is going to give me something in return for it. So how about that? How about tit for tat?
This is the way you talk, Seth, is going to lead me to actually... I don't even want to engage you again, because I know that it's lying. All this is talking like, when they see that somebody say, come on, that Temisa. No. So... This actually brings me to my question, right? Why has marketing for Nollywood become so hectic? Why are we constantly... I feel like everybody's exhausted because we're dancing, we're performing. Yeah. Why can't we just release a good movie and...
I felt sick after the herd. Like, it was a lot for me. Pushing the film market.
I know we say you even dance like that too.
Baba, I don't even dance reach half of the dance when I supposed dance. Small like this. And I think the competition is really, really...
It's tough.
It's a lot. The competition is really heavy. And what producers try to do is they try to outdo themselves. So rather than coming up with your own thing that works for you and your personality and your brand... What happens is you just... And it's not just on the producers alone. marketers, EPs, they are all complicit. They tell you, look at what this person is doing, and she made this money. Look at what that person is doing, and she made that money. Go and do the same thing.
So
there's a lot of copy and pasting going on.
okay, so in my opinion, Auntie Funke and I cause this problem. Auntie Funke, I'm going to call you out. And she's a marketing genius,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I think that she probably thought to herself when she was promoting that other film that this is the way to go. But I feel like everybody just lifted her template and they're replicating.
Not putting into what's that English for it? Not putting to mind or not
Consideration,
not putting into consideration that this her style or her strategy
is unique to her.
Yes,
because Funke can dance.
Yes, works with her personality, works with her aura.
Yes,
works with her X factor. That's her thing.
Yes,
and she has used it very well to her advantage, and it has taken her there.
Yes.
So for me, it is, why don't I settle down and think of what works for me and do what works and see if I can match that with my own aura, with my own magic, with my own X factor, and not just. So Nigerians, we do a lot of that. There's a lot of herd mentality going on. Oh, she has gone this way.
Yes.
She has gone that way.
Speak on it, friend.
Let's go. No, do you. And trust you. And trust that you too can sell your. How about that?
I think that people don't want to stand alone because when you try to do you and it is not public, it's not what everybody's doing. It's not the head mentality.
Right.
It almost feels like you're standing alone.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
Temisa, there's nothing wrong with. But the people backing you are the problem. You see, they're going to tell you, who has done that before? No one has done. Why are you doing that? I'll put my money there. Do you know what I faced to try to do the herd? People were telling me, why don't you stick to your specialty? Do rom-com. Why are you doing this?
You see love for the head now.
Are you sure it will sell? Are you sure you can market this?
Can you imagine?
Yes. Why don't you do comedy? Why don't you do rom-com? Why don't you? That's what sells. So that's what, go and do that. I'm like,
and I'm
no,
sure you were
this
so
is
exhausted from
this is to get people to invest in it.
Are you serious?
I spent 2 years trying to raise funding for the
herd. Lie.
No jokes. Okay, for two reasons. Number one, because it was my first film, so people weren't really convinced that, I could pull it off, one. And then two, because they just thought, you're an actor, why do you want to make a film? And if you wanted to make a film, why are you making a crime thriller? Go and do romance or rom-com or comedy. Do what is easy to sell.
Yes.
So that's the...
And that's not you.
No. So this is my go-to, right? I would do what I believe in 100%. If I don't believe in it, I won't do it.
I beg, give me your free money. Give my leader.
Bring it, account number.
You know they use cash. Don't worry, just drop the phone. We'll send it to you.
Okay.
And see, this individuality is what I'm trying to preach again to all the creatives.
Right.
I'm like, please, can we all just exist? Like, I want us to be sacred in our own authenticity.
Yes.
Like when I see Etim, that's Etim.
Yes.
I can never be Etim. I can never be a method actor.
Yes.
Temisa will always be Temisa. Yes. Can we all exist in our own bubble and somehow find a way to coexist?
And that's what makes it beautiful. When you look at this spread of talent and this tapestry of different hues, and you're like, yes, this is a representation of the Nigerian creative space, and not just, everybody trying to be like this one voice or trying to be like two voices or three voices. And then you look at the industry and you're like, oh, this is just this block and all their mini thems, and then this block and all. No, let everybody come with your own unique voice. Don't try and be like anyone. Be yourself. Trust your voice.
Yeah. Because I think if you didn't trust your voice enough, I don't think you would ever come out with the herd. Because trust me, I've known you for a minute and I know you're a talent.
Why are you using a throw?
I just don't like to be overexposed. Yeah. You can use it. It's cold too.
It's not that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to shade me, but I refuse.
You know that's called a throw, right?
It's called. What's this called? Wait. Since you want to come and educate me on my podcast, what is this one called? Where did you learn this, friend?
Carry on.
In South Africa. Or where?
Yes. Now where I don't travel go need.
I wonder the time that you spent going to school in SA, studying
Film.
film. I think your major was directing, I think.
Yes.
Was the plan always to become a director eventually, or was acting just the first, entry?
So fun fact, I never studied acting. Never. Acting wasn't anything I did officially. No
When
training.
an actor tries to do this, he's trying to gloat. Fun fact. Tell me about this fun fact, friend. You are a director. Yeah.
Stop.
I know what he's trying to do.
No! Can you stop?
I can see through you, eh? Wait, right? Fun fact.
Wait.
It was never really action for me.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm saying that to say two things.
Yeah,
Chill,
friend.
Chill.
Yeah.
Number one is there are two ways to learn.
Mm-hmm.
There's the quote unquote official classroom way. You can go to school and be great at what you do because you went to school for it and you learn. But there's another way to learn, which is a way that maybe the 80% should listen to. It is learning on the job. Is doing something over and over and over again with people who know how to do it until you master it before you branch off on your own and say, yay, I can do it. You can do it because you have learned through the years with masters. You have learned, you have served under masters and you've learned over them. And that's what the Igbos have perfected in the apprenticeship model, right? You have learned you have served for many years and that's what my acting is. My acting is, I've been acting since I was this high, in schools, in churches, everywhere I was at. I was in one drama school, one drama department, one drama club.
Why?
Because it was just something I love to do. I love to tell stories. I remember dancing on stage, cultural dance. I won't get thief my handkerchief. They're dancing side by side like this. And one girl's hand just grabbed my hanky. And I was like, I didn't have a handkerchief. And I just broke down and started to cry on stage. And they had to come and grab me from stage. I promise you, I have that memory stuck in my brain. I think I was 4 or 5.
So you've always been a performer.
I've always been a performer.
Yeah.
So it was I swear this phone was on silent.
Mr. H,
it was on silent.
If you do your set, you're off when we reach my podcast.
I'm so sorry. Hello. Good morning. Please call me back. It's set people that are calling.
Can you do this on CNN?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Temisa. I thought it was on silent. I've always loved storytelling. I was that kid in primary school and in secondary school that people would go to tell stories, to listen to films that I had watched during the holiday or, during break and all of that. So I was that guy and I'll just tell them different films and I'll be combining like 5 different films to make up one.
Time too.
Yeah, man. I didn't give them.
That time.
So I was that guy. And then I found acting as an outlet for my storytelling. So everywhere I went, I was acting, I was debating, I was drama.
Like in secondary school?
Yes,
like in
all secondary school, all churches, go-to was drama for me. So I spent years doing that. Even when I was doing engineering, chemical engineering, I was acting.
You studied chemical engineering?
Yes, I have a degree in chemical engineering.
In this country?
Oh, yes.
Where did you go to school?
FUT Mina, Federal University of Technology, Mina.
Right.
Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did that and, I was always acting. But then when I quit my oil and gas job and I decided to go into entertainment fully, my first job was as a content producer with Ndani TV. I was there in Ndani TV for a year as a content producer. I created shows like Officer Titus. I created shows like, I produced shows like The Interview, Frank Donga.
It's a lie.
That was one of the shows I produced with Ndani TV. So I worked for them for a year.
You've been working for a bit.
And that was like 2012-ish, 2012, 2013. So after I was in Ndani for 1 year, I said, you know what, I wanted to go study this thing. I wanted to, because all my training, all my official classroom training before then has been in the sciences, has been in engineering. Yeah. So I said, you know what, I would go and I would study filmmaking. I
Sorry,
wanted to study
before you go
filmmaking.
further, like, so why chemical engineering if you knew that you had a passion for?
Let me tell you. I'll tell you. I remember that day clearly in secondary school. We're all out in assembly, junior secondary. I had aced my junior WAEC. My junior WAEC I was one of those guys that they called out in assembly
Mhm,
to announce their
mhm,
results.
mhm.
Aced it, and my science teacher saw me and said, "Daniel, move over," because we're splitting them into arts, social sciences, and sciences. So Daniel, no, move over to science. We cannot waste this brain
That's what they
in
do.
the arts.
Oh, we punish your teacher.
God bless us all.
Is she still alive?
I don't know. But straight to science. That's how they took me straight to. They didn't
That's
even
so
give me a
sad.
chance to decide. They took me straight to sciences, and that's how I got into science class. And then from science class, SS1, SS2, SS3. By SS3, I was already influenced by the oil and gas big boy culture. Why? Because I had a brother who was in oil and gas. I had an uncle. I had family members who were doing so well in oil and gas that culture of living the good life because you're in oil and gas was already in my head.
So this way you just talk.
Mhm.
It's the same way my granny thought I could study engineering. Daniel, look at you. Even though your laughter, you can tell that I would have studied engineering. I would have been.
You'd have been miserable.
Oh fuck! So she had taken me to my director's office that day. I was supposed to enter SS2, so that's why we start choosing classes. She could say, this one engineer you go be. For the office, as I roll my eye, I said, "Sir, I'm going to art class," and I turned my face. She was trying to look at me, I'm not going to look at me because if she looked me, she would give me the look of death.
Yes.
So I refused. So you know what she said? It's like, okay, if you're going to do this arts, right? I'm going to do the best course in arts. That's how they threw me to law.
Oh, wow.
If anybody had advised me better, I'd have been doing creative arts from.
Listen.
So these are the things that I say to like parents and guardians, and like, come on.
Intelligence is not just for sciences. Like you need to be
and I was
highly
eating
intelligent
science boys
to do the
up
arts.
every other time.
Yes, absolutely.
They couldn't speak when they didn't know what I do. I'm like, come over here, because they do titration and this thing. Get that from here. Like, but it was a thing where they looked down on the art students. They thought that the science boys.
And of course, there are different kinds of intelligence, right? Like numeracy is just one of them. Because you're intelligent with numbers, it's just the one part of being intelligent.
No, we're also others. I think also that South thing was a problem.
Yeah.
I was raised in Warri. The oil boys were killing it.
Say,
They were the pinnacle
big boys. They were the big boys.
Upper echelon. Say you have achieved something in Delta State, you be oil boy.
Absolutely.
So they thought that maybe that would have worked for me, but I would have been so miserable. And thankfully, you actually.
Yeah. I broke out, but breaking out wasn't easy. It was a huge fight. I remember in my third year in uni, while doing chemical engineering, I already said I wanted to break out. You know, I told my parents I was going back to secondary school to do WAEC again because I wanted to do the arts. I wanted to do all those art courses, literature, all these courses.
So wait, you actually missed out on like literature?
I didn't do literature. All them Shakespeare, I have no idea what that is.
So what's all of this from?
I'm telling you,
that's
what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay,
that
sorry,
it was years of practice, years of rolling with art people, years of like. I remember when I was just before. So like I was saying, I tried to break out in my third year. It didn't work out, you know. So I.
You tried to like switch courses?
Yes, I tried to go back to start again in my third year in uni. My parents thought I was smoking Igbo. That I joined bad gang, you know. So that didn't happen. So they said I should just stay back and try and finish and all whatnot. Long story.
Did you resent your parents a little for that?
No, but what happened to me, something happened. I don't know if this is a platform to say it, but I'll say it anyway.
This is TWT, it's the platform.
Something happened to me in that same year. I mean, I've said it before, but something happened to me in that same year that I said I wanted to quit engineering. I had this heavy burden in my heart that I wanted to quit engineering and go do art. I cried during my engineering classes. I'll be crying. I'll be saying, this is not where I'm supposed to be. I know that this is not what I'm going to do. Why am I wasting my life here? My dad had to come travel from Abuja to come see me in Mina and told me, why don't you just stay and finish? You have 2 more years. 4th year, 5th year, you'll be done. Just finish. I said, okay. Biggest mistake. I listened to them. That same year, I got expelled from the uni for belonging to cult, belonging to confra. That same year, no cap. Which confra? I was a church boy. I was a goody two shoes. I was the kind of guy that used to give me the eye. You know what? You know why? No, it's okay. But this is the eye they were giving me that year. That year, now the eye where they give me this, that
you know join the conference.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the eye. That's what they did.
Because why would you just say special boy?
Thank you. Absolutely.
I'm asking you, you're thanking me.
But I didn't.
Okay.
I no join. I no even get friend where they confra.
So how did they trace you?
I was a Jew.
How did they trace you join there?
I don't know.
This is how my granny will ask you. How did they join you people together?
Let me tell you my life. My life was hostel, school, church. I lived a triangle. So I'll be the kind of person where if you ask me question, I feel report you. I feel say, this boy is
you look like you must have been that person back in the day.
That. Now, and I started that since secondary school. I'll be SU for secondary school. What? I'll be now this thing is poem. Like as they expelled me for school, I just said fine. Okay.
You be SU before.
I be SU.
That's the issue with people that were SU.
I be SU when
they
unleash.
When they say when I swear from school, I swear.
Guy, I say as they expelled me from school, I was just
that must have really hurt you.
I was hurt.
It was a waste
I know
of time.
why I was hurt because no one believed me.
Did they believe you now?
Of course. That first of all, there was no evidence to prove that I was anything. So, like that's the crisis of the Nigerian judicial system, right? That a powerful person can state a claim, and that's the law. Everyone will go with it. And then the onus is on the accused to prove that he's innocent.
Yeah.
No, you prove that I'm guilty. You said I belong to a cult. Show me the evidence. Where did you see me attending confirm meeting? Show me the acts. They say I did black acts. Show me the acts when I get. Show me my cloth, my bombing cloth. Where did this? I'm telling you. It was such a crisis for me, and I was heartbroken. I was depressed. I had to leave school. I faced different panels first. It was indefinite suspension at first. I'd face panel after panel after panel. Nothing. They were saying, I'll go face the panel. They'll be looking at me like this. So they say, so we have here that you are in black acts. I'm like, I'm not in black acts. I don't know what that means. I've never. They're like, but I'm like, I'm a 4-pointer. I'll be 4-pointer for chemical engineering.
You had a 4 points regardless?
Yes. Huh. I graduated with a 4-point regardless.
You not graduated
I came back, bro.
Oh.
Follow me now.
Sorry.
No, but at the time I was expelled, I had a 4-point, right? I was a 4-pointer. I was telling the panel that I'd be 4-pointer. They say, go and sit down. Some of you are the most intelligent brains. But you did caught. I'm like, okay, I'm a church boy. See, I'd be ex-school for church. They say, some of you are even pastors, but you are a cult member. I'm like, so what do you want me to say? This is my credentials. That's all I have. What else do you prove that I'm a cult member? Nothing. It was absolutely nothing.
Foot me now. We're coming for you guys.
Anyways, so I left school. But in those... So remember, that was the same year I said I wanted to leave school, that my parents refused that I leave school. A couple of months after that incident of me breaking down and saying, this happened. So I was literally forced out of school by this thing that happened.
Yeah.
And immediately I left school. Temisa, guess what happened to me? I got into the Amstel Malta box office reality show.
Ambo.
In fact, Ambo 2. I was in Ambo 2. It was in school while I was going in and out of school facing panels that I saw the Ambo form.
Yeah.
That I filled in my depression. I filled it.
Mm-hmm.
I was going for auditions after auditions after auditions. I got into the house. In that space of time where I was expelled from school, I got into the house. I was in the same house as OC. As okay.
We on that in that set.
Yes.
I remember.
I'm Ambo 2. I looked quite different.
Well, what was different about you then?
Nothing. There was nothing about me. But anyway, that was my set. And it was Sam Dede that was our coach.
Yeah.
Omotola was not Omotola, Bimbo Akintola was one of our judges. Yeah. What's his name now? Norbert Young, we had these guys come to the house to train us, all of those things. After that, I was in the house for about 3 months or so. The whole process was about 3 months. Came out of the house and I was back to my reality. My family said, Now
Yeah.
that you are back, what is the plan? Are you going back to? I said, I'm never going back to do engineering again. This was my opportunity. I'm done with engineering. I'm out. I took my winnings from I think I came fifth. The money I got from the show.
Oh, they gave you guys money?
Yes.
Good
I
times.
got the money I got from the show. I used it to go to Jos Film School. So that was my first foray into the arts. After I
Grandma.
after I left chemical engineering, my third year, I went to NFI.
I heard that Just School is really good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Amazing. And the people you meet there, most of these guys, Yemi Morafa, Bishop Kago, even Kenegiang came out from Jos. Lots of guys that are OGs now are products of NFI in Jos. Anyways, I went there. I did a diploma. I didn't finish my diploma before this FET Mina called me back and said, "Oh, come back and finish your engineering. We've forgiven you. We've pardoned you.
Chris.
We've pardoned you. Come back."
Did you go back?
Sent me a letter. I went back home. My family said, "This is the opportunity. Leave this thing you are doing. This is the thing we have been praying for. Leave it. Go back."
And the entire time, God was probably staring you.
My brother, that's the reason I've gone through this length to tell this story.
Yeah,
is that when God has a purpose for you and a plan for you, no matter what you go through, like no matter what man does, he will steer you back to that purpose. No matter, once his hand is on you, he will steer you back. No matter, it might cause you time,
yes,
but you will get to that purpose.
The delay.
Make her finish.
Why does God allow the delay? They say it's character building.
Absolutely.
But I hate it.
No, but there are things that you can't carry to where you're going to. He has to knock those things off you. If you go there with these things, he will mess you there. That's why you will go to the throne and you'll be doing things there. He has to take those things away from you. That's what the process does.
I say, God, don't naked me.
That's what the process does.
Oh my God, you want to naked
my
me?
Brother,
it's a lot of things I have to fall off.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things I have to fall off. Ego, pride,
and let me tell you, I didn't know I had those things. I told you I was SU. I was SU like this.
Self-righteousness. You remind me of
it was when that thing
friends.
happened to me that I said, Daniel, so you have this thing. I went to Jos. I did do.
So were you like SU?
I went to do in Jos. Yes.
And the problem with being an SU, let's talk about you going from SU boy to. I think that SU thing is superimposed. Like,
yes, especially when you're young.
Yeah,
like you've not really, and there's nothing bad with that per se.
No, but what it does to you is that it's somebody else's identity that you place on yourself. Because as a child growing up, I was also, I will not say SU, but I was in church. I was in Sovereign Army the entire time. The things that I did after, like the things I did, I don't believe.
But let me tell you something. As long as that identity is not a bad one, if it's a good one, it's still okay.
No, because
you will still find your level if it's a good one. The problem is that when you're young, if you're not because I'm saying this because I have kids now, and there's a certain identity we're impressing on them on purpose. Because if you just let them, like, they're kids, let them find their own identity, the world will, if you're not impressing on them, the world is, there are things that are ready to impress a certain identity on them.
So you, I know that the religion in my house was a little too strong, we're in church Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. But that period gave me the necessary tools to fight when I became an adult. Because when shit hit the fan, I had to go to the only name I knew. But it was a thing where if I didn't know better, because I had friends who they could not understand where I was say, please, I beg. I need to go and speak in tongues. You say, I bet solo starts. But that's the only answer that I know. I feel like you have to train up a child in the way you should go, but don't also put a leash on the child where they now start performing for you. Because the day where they go stop to perform, when there's nobody there to watch.
That's true.
Because thank you, Lord, for holding me down. So I want to say unleash.
So that's what I did in Jos. I was unhinged.
Tell me about it.
I was unhinged. So everything I didn't do, everything I had not done before, I did everything. It was in Jos I started smoking. It was in Jos I started womanizing. It was in Jos I started, because I was free, and it was just like, I was almost like angry at God. I'm like, how dare you let this thing happen to me? Like I was an SU, you didn't even defend me. I told the fellowship in FET Mina then that you guys should protest. How they go expel me? I be ESCO for drama. Why you go let them expel me?
Do you think that nobody believed you at the time, or it was that it couldn't just
I
stand
just felt
up
like
for you?
God was just orchestrating his own thing. Because let me tell you what happened. In that same Mina, they had expelled some Muslim students because there was also a religious crisis that same year in the school. And some Muslim students had taken it into had taken the laws into their hands, and they had gone around attacking students that were indecently dressed. And they expelled those students because that caused like a religious crisis on campus. They had expelled those students. Do you know what the Muslim Students Association did? They protested. They went on the streets and they said that these students must be called back.
Yes.
They rendered the school ungovernable.
That's why I like my Muslim brothers.
I thought, man, that my Christian brothers were going to reciprocate the same energy.
Sent, oh Israel.
They said, let's pray.
So you're sent. Christians, one man mopo. So you're sent, oh Israel.
They said, let's pray. After we pray, nothing more. They said, brother, there's nothing the Lord. They say you have to see the Lord in every situation.
When did you stop going to church?
Yes, I did stop going to church. I was just rebelling at the time, so I was just like, but deep down in my heart, it was almost like God was whispering to me like,
I'm still here.
Yeah, but this is what you wanted, wasn't it?
Shy.
You wanted to leave school,
Shy.
remember? You wanted to quit engineering. You wanted to do, this is what you wanted. So why are you angry at me? Is it the method that I used that is the problem? Is it because I felt left out to dry? I felt like it was like no one backed me up. It felt like God didn't back me up. It felt like my folks didn't back me up because everyone was asking me, what did you actually do? Who are your friends? I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have friends that are cult members. The only thing that I did that was maybe even close to it was that I had a group of actors that I called together. I had a group in uni. They were called Stage Lights Incorporated, Slink. And what we did was to rehearse and do plays outside school because it was a University of Technology. There was no art department. There was no, it was sciences. In the whole Mina, the school was sciences. There was no art. There was nothing. So what I did was bring people together who loved art to say, guys, let's do shows. Let's people pay money to come and watch our plays. That's what. So I was thinking, I'm like, is it that thing that I did that they called, because they masked the name as unregistered association. They said this list of 150 students, because before that, before the list came out, the school said, if you are a member of any unregistered association, they meant cult, come and renounce. They made an open show of it. They made like a jamboree. People come, oh, I renounce being in Black Axe. I renounce.
Was it they renounce cultism?
That's how they did, though. Did a show of it. People were playing music and playing drums. Hey,
that's delivered.
Yes, so they now said, so those who haven't renounced, in the next 2 weeks, they're going to be expelled. Me, I was laughing because...
So you were a casualty of that...
Yes, that whole
exercise.
Thing. Thank you, that exercise. And when the list came out, my name was on and guess what? I was the only person
from your slink,
from my slink, from my fellowship, I was the only person on the rest were my boys from campus that was on that list. So I was just heartbroken. I felt, embarrassed. I felt because you know what it means. Like I was writing exams. We were writing exams, third-year exams when the list came out. So I was dealing with a lot. I was still writing. They didn't come to kick me out, but they said, don't write exams, leave school with immediate effect, all of that. If you're found on campus, you'll be arrested, blah, blah. But I was still going every day to write exams. At some point, the pressure was just too much. I said, you know what, it's fine, I'll stop and leave. But no one actually, because they were catching people and they were physically removing people from the exam halls. But that didn't happen to me, thankfully.
Have you healed from that experience?
That's a good question. I'd like to think so.
Recounting it now, I feel like there's lots of emotion behind it.
Right. Of course. It was a very dark time in my life. It was a very, I dealt with depression at that time, and of course, like I said, I was really angry at God, all of that. But God just had a way of bringing me back can be like.
How
I
did he
said to go
bring
to
you back?
church again. I said to, I think it was in Jos, I said to attend House on the Rock in Jos, and it had a beautiful, beautiful church there, and then young people. I was just surrounded by people who loved the Lord. I think that's what God did to me, that he just started surrounding me with people who were young, talented, but loved him at the same time, So I just felt, this is actually a cool place to be, So my healing started there.
Yeah.
And then I now got the message from Mina that, oh, I've been forgiven, I've been pardoned, I should come back. I thought it was a joke. Because I'm like, what? Pardon for what? Exactly. Like, what? But my parents, of course, told me, just go and finish. Just go. So I went back, did my 2 years and finished, graduated with a 4 point still.
That's still a 2-1, right?
Still a 2-1. Yeah, still graduated, came back, now going to the oil and gas industry.
You still collect job?
I still collect job, oil and
wait,
gas.
Wait. You still collect this?
I still collect job. You see, like coconut head. When God is telling you, like, take this thing out of you, you say, no. He's still coconut head. I took head inside oil and gas. I was there for 2 years.
You worked in 95?
Yes. I was in oil and gas for 2 years. I used to go offshore. I used to take contract staff offshore to oil rigs in QIT, in Eket, to go and work.
Every time that you were in the rig, did you feel like, what the fuck am I doing here? Or was the thing of the money was good,
Yes, at the time I was
money
just blinded by the money. Yes, it was just like, I'm living the life, I'm living the dream.
But
and especially because I was coming from a 2-year, almost like imprisonment. I was coming from a 2-year gap that I thought my life was shattered. And people were laughing at me. So that was just vindication that, you see, I've made something out of my life. And this is it. My life was now looking up again and all whatnot. So I thought I had arrived. And then it started to happen to me all over again. Who is this? Is it me or you? Can I? Hello? Yes? Yes, I am. I'm on my way. Thank you. I'm on my way. I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. Thank you. I'm on my way. Thank you. Bye. I told you I'm supposed to be on set today. You're saying, See, it's 12 o'clock. I told you.
I hate liars. Oh, God.
I didn't lie. I've left my house.
Leave. Don't come and contaminate.
But I said I'd left my house on my way to set. I'd left my house on my way to set.
You have another 1 hour. You never...
No, I don't, my love. I don't.
No, we never asked the main question.
So let's ask the main question now.
Why did you tell story of your traumas?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, now, okay, so what's
okay,
so what's it going to happen after?
Yeah. Let me round up this story. The story is long. That's why I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but it's your healing. Can't you say it's coming? That's what Timisan does. The Spirit of the Lord is here. I speak to that healing. It's permanent in the name of Jesus. So yeah. So you get this job. Things are looking up, but obviously not satisfied with this.
Yes. And then it started to come again. That whole troubling of your spirit, troubling of my spirit started to happen again. And I just started to feel this discomfort all over again. I'm not supposed to be here. What am I doing here?
Yes.
I'm not supposed to be here. And then I started to have dreams. I just knew that, okay. I just knew that, okay, it was about time to... And guess what? In my spare time, because we used to work at the time, my office was on Awolowo Road in Ikoyi. After work, I used to go to Bogobiri, Freedom Hall. I used to go to Tarua. I used to go to all these events, all these open mic events. I used to hang out with artists.
Your own timeline different from my own timeline.
Right.
Can I ask how old you are? Like, not football age.
No, you can't ask how old I am.
Friend, stop now. You always when they talk, I don't gauge. I'm saying
gauge. I'm not. But when this thing was happening, this was around 2012.
Yeah 2012. Like I was a teenager.
Good for you.
I was a skinny 15, 16-year-old
friend.
So I just want to know how much of an adult you were back then.
No, then I was in my...
Also, but I think that this career was meant to happen.
Right.
Like, I feel
so
like
too.
The delay was intentional.
Yeah.
I think that maybe if you blew back then,
I wouldn't have been ready.
Yeah, because
I'd
there are a
have
couple of
been
people
lost.
from your set that are so lost right now.
I'd have been so lost.
And they were so. So
I'd
let
have
me
been
say
so
another
lost.
thing that humbles me with this career.
Mhm.
I've seen some great people come and go, and you're wondering like, if this person will ever say better past me,
Right.
God, what will happen to me? And that's what keeps me
Burnout.
humble.
Yeah.
It's like some people who were like in the scene,
Yeah.
who you thought this was their time. They were talented on arrival. And you're looking at the people who have the slow burn. And that's one of the things that I hate about my career. It has been a slow burn.
Mhm.
But some days I'm grateful because it allowed me grow.
And you're cooking well.
Yes.
Well.
But
Slow
in my
burn.
opinion,
If your life is slow burn, bro, it means that you are cooking well.
oh God, but the
It
social
means you are here for a while. That's what
Yeah.
it means.
But you know what the social media era has done to us?
I know you become impatient, you become comparing yourself.
Sometimes
say,
I'm like, one day my friend hold me for legs, say you are doing okay, relax. I said I can't relax. Because like I also want to get my flowers when I'm still very young. Like next year I'll be anyway. I'm growing older. So I just like, oh God, like I know that you have provided for me, you have done amazing things in the span of my career, but like, can we, just
can we
just
things
pump it up like
a few notches?
Yeah, because sometimes you don't like say 2 years, but it's just so beautiful to see that all of these experiences have cascaded into Daniel, the director, the father, the actor, superstar. Because my first movie that I ever watched of you, like, you look so young. I would never have thought that you were probably in your 30s by at that time, right? And the rise, if you had not told me these stories, right, I just would assume, say, okay, fine boy, then they enter town. Obviously, Nollywood need boys, no plenty. Beside the Emmy chest. And we need them more niggas, right? But it's actually like years of work, years of planning, years of intentionality. And I have to give you your flowers. The Head is a great movie, by the way.
Thank you.
I think that it's so timely. I don't know how God orchestrated this timing. That's, the PR that you were doing rigmarole for, the bandits PR'd your movie for you.
They PR'd it for me.
As in, God said, sit down, Daniel. Let me show you what I can use. Let me show you real PR. God.
Absolutely, bro.
And that's the beautiful thing about God.
Absolutely.
Have you thought about it this way?
Yes.
That yes, there was chaos in the country.
Yeah.
But that chaos served you because that movie shot up to number one, and the acting was good, the storytelling was great. When you were preparing for that movie, what was the thing that made you say, you know what, I will stick to this storyline. I will stick to this thing, and I'm not going to move from it. Because also, like, when you're making a movie, you also want to make money. Like, you're not investing all of these monies to, just to say, this is under my portfolio. Because it will even be worse for you that, maybe done a release film. I did film good. Now, actor, maybe go back to acting, Yeah. But, everything just worked well, So what made you say to yourself that this is it? I'm going to stick to it.
So I've learned over the years to trust my gut. I've learned to know how God leads me. Do you understand? And for me, in storytelling, once I feel a certain way about a story, once the story speaks to me, once I'm inspired by a story, that's it. And I throw my weight behind it. That's why I don't direct a lot. I don't make a lot of films. Because
have you been directing before?
Yes, I've been directing TV commercials. I've been doing TV commercials since 2017. Then I did my first feature-length film, which was a documentary for Beverly Naya. I did Skin.
You did Skin?
I directed Skin.
You've been working.
Yes, I directed Skin. Beverly Naya produced it. And then this is now my first narrative fiction, But through so from Skin to this one, you see the films are there's a certain way, because I have to believe in the story. I have to first be the first believer in the story. Then I'll throw my weight behind it. Yes, it has to make sense to me first. Then I throw my weight behind it. Then we'll fly with it. Then we'll run with it. You know. So immediately I read the synopsis for the story, because I worked with Lani, who's a writer, Lani Aishida. You know, I told him I was tired. I had said plateauing in my acting career. I needed something. I was done with all the rom-coms I was getting. I was really exhausted. And I was like, okay, I needed something else. I want to do something else. So I thought to myself, why don't you tell your own story? Why don't you do the own stories that, the kind of stories that you believe in? I said, okay, I'll go out and search for those kind of stories. So I reached out to writers that I had worked with previously and that I loved their work. So Lani was one of those writers. And I asked him, Guy, do you have any stories for me? He sent me a number of synopses. Immediately I read the synopsis for The Herd. I knew that was the story. It spoke to me immediately, and I was like, this is the one. Yeah. This is the one. And as we started to develop it, and we started to write different drafts between the writer and the director, just sending drafts to each other, I just knew that, this was going to be huge. I felt it in my gut that this was going to be a special story to tell. That's how we ended up telling the story. And yes, we got some naysayers. We got people saying, this one, this kind of film that they make, this how you go sell, sir. I was just like, Nollywood, it's just important to do what you believe in, regardless of naysayers.
I think Nollywood is at a point where we actually need better storytellers. Absolutely. I mean, great work with, kudos to everybody who's doing great work already. But I think that, can't we tell even more interesting stories?
I think we need to be bold.
Yeah.
We need to be bold with our
And I think that there's some talents that have not been really tapped, because some people who are waiting like, use me. Yeah. I am more than this. I am more than
a Kiss Daniel.
Kissy.
Yeah.
Let us even talk about this kissy. Thank God I did not even forget. If I forget, no. If you forget to address this thing for this podcast, no. Daniel. I'm afraid you the kiss. The kiss for
my brother.
Get one why just serious day. I see you used to go. I understand when you go do the head. Because if they don't, the way you were going, so you're saying for time to wrap up. I bet quiz. You're saying for time to wrap up and say, I bet we don't once again. Do you really need to kiss?
Okay, let me answer that question for you.
No, I know that you're a method actor.
So there are professionals in the industry, right? There are people who, and as a professional actor, if they tell you, forget kissing, if they tell you, Temi-san, in this role, you have to jump over this table, right? And there's a tendency that if you jump over this table, you fall on the floor, or people laugh at you because you don't know how to jump. As an actor, would you do it? Yes, you would. Even if it's a risk to your, maybe sometimes your safety, sometimes your ego, sometimes, but because you're professional, you would jump over the table because that's what is required of you as an actor. So to answer that question, do I have to kiss? No, but because I'm a professional, it is required of me in that story to kiss. So I have to kiss. So I will kiss. Now, we are in a country where, first of all, we're very problematic when it comes to things that are not maybe very socially accepted. Kissing is one of those things that isn't socially accepted within the Nigerian culture.
In the family, we don't kiss.
We don't kiss. We don't see our parents kissing. Yes. If we see our parents kissing, we turn like this. So kissing is just a very tricky thing in our culture. It's very tricky. However, we accept when white people do it, when Americans do it. So when it's Americans doing it, it's accepted. We'll watch it. We'll even enjoy it and all those things. Fine. So where do I draw the line? We are telling stories that mirror a culture that we are becoming. We are not there yet, but we are becoming that culture. And kissing is one of those things that is becoming not yet culturally accepted, but it's becoming culturally accepted.
Mm.
So when Nigerians tell stories, they are aspirational with their storytelling. You see, that's why our actors drive certain cars, live in certain houses, speak a certain way. We don't speak the way we act and speak. That's not how we speak in real life. But we speak certain spree as actors to the point that me, I don't even sabi speak pidgin English again. The acting don't spoil my pidgin English.
Yeah.
Because we are aspirational with our storytelling. So our characters also, when they show romance, they have to kiss, right?
Huh.
That's what's happening to our industry and the stories we
Mhm.
are telling from our industry. So as an actor, where do I come in? The writers will write the story. They will put kiss there. Nobody attacks the writer for putting the kiss in the script. Then they will pass it to the producer. Producer will say, I like it. Nobody will attack the producer for liking the kiss that is in the script. Oh, writer has gone. Producer has gone. They will give it to the director. Director will read it. I like it. Pass the producer. These are 3 levels of checks. Nobody attacks these 3 people that are human beings, that have families, that are married, then they pass it to the actor who will do what he's being told because he's a professional. And what you're doing is you are reflecting life. The same way I showed bandits in The Herd because it is life. The same way I show a rape scene in The Herd because it is life. The same way I show killing because it is life is the same way the producer and the director will show kissing because it is life. And then when I act it, it becomes a problem.
My friend, I just see. Wait, you explain this for me.
I know. I'm just saying how Nigerians can be quite problematic about these things.
We're just asking. Wait to explain that for me. You've explained
I'm sorry.
Don't tell me saying yes or no. You show me you are breaking. I was just joking.
Okay, no, it's okay.
Okay, but my last question about this kiss,
Sure.
understand? I think that you're a phenomenal actor.
Thank you.
And let me tell you, there's no kissing role that you have done that I don't believe. Yeah. And it's not, and I'm intentionally trying to ask the question not to be shady, because I'm catching crews with you. So, I'm always catching crews. I believe that you're a phenomenal actor. But
it's how you're so excited about it for me.
I swear. My friend knew that I'm not a method actor. So I want to ask method actors, why are they do all those very intense role, kiss, touch, romance? Are they?
No. So this is how it works. What's the largest sexual organ in the body?
How would I know?
Bro, what's the largest sexual organ in your body?
Penis?
Well, I'll give you another try.
I can't try. I couldn't.
Okay, the largest sexual organ in your body is your brain. Fun fact.
Are you sure?
Yes. So this is how it plays.
In my own body.
Sex is very mental. Is mostly mental. So if you take away the mental aspect, you can't really have sex and you can't really. So everything passes through your brain. Wait, relax. Everything passes through your brain. The reason why you have an enlargement in your phallic organ is because your brain has sent
blood
a message to your heart to pump the blood and send it there. So your brain controls everything, right? So you cannot have an erection or you cannot have reactions to a certain act that you do without your brain. So that's the secret. So your brain is the umpire. Your brain controls everything. And you don't see it. What you see is the reaction on your body, right? So if you tell your brain that you're acting, if you tell your brain that this is an exercise, this is yoga, this is something else, your brain will act that way. So
what do you tell your brain?
I tell my brain that I'm performing. I tell my brain that I have to make this look real and not feel it. I tell my brain. So you might say, so some people might argue and say, then you're not really a method actor because in the method, you have to feel everything. You have to live it. You have to. But no, if you tell you go and kill somebody, you don't kill the person in real life because you're a method actor. No. You have to tell your brain that I have to make it look real but not kill the person. I have to make this hit look real but not hit the person. It's the same way you tell your brain, I have to make this kiss look real and not enjoy the kiss.
Can't do
and
that.
react to the kiss.
You are really talented because me, I know fit to.
No,
Everything I cannot
it
feel.
comes with training.
You know, I'm very intense.
It comes
Everything
with
comes from deep within. I was gonna ask, like, because I never, say I'm saved. I can't do any kissing role, But I was like, all of that intensity.
Yeah.
Pretty go stand though.
No. I've heard stories of my colleagues that have reacted in scenes before, and sometimes the female. I've heard from a female actress that when it happened, she felt fulfilled because she felt like,
yes,
I had,
appeal.
I have it. I was able to make the actor react. But I'm like, maybe not, because you don't have to. I personally feel it's borderline unprofessional to react in a scene that way.
Can you control?
Yes, you can. It's in your mind.
That's you have years of controlling.
That's my personal opinion,
Yeah.
It's either this or not that, but this.
You've shown me how professional you're, friend, because, I don't think that. I think that if I was ever in those scenes,
yeah, you definitely react.
I will react,
and you take time out. You'll be like,
I'm like, guys, you understand? This is very. I need a moment.
I mean, it happens, and
who do you know
and understanding.
Like, do you know anybody?
I plead the fifth. I'm absolutely not speaking. You plead the fifth. You tell the director, I need some time, and directors
I
would
suspect
understand.
one actor will be see.
Directors will understand and be like, okay, let's clear the room. Give actors.
Oh, they do that.
Yeah. Even for intimate scenes, you clear the room. You don't have as many people as this for intimate scenes. You just leave the cinematographer and the director, that's it. Everyone else stays in the other room, and then you conduct your affairs.
I like that you have a proper understanding of your boundaries, even
Absolutely.
with the craziest scenes.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same. I think that's what also makes the missus very comfortable to send you away and just say, go do your thing.
Yeah.
And speaking of the missus, I feel like I love how Tuyosi loves you. Can we talk about Tuyosi?
I love how she loves me too. Yes, please.
I think Tuyosi is so sweet. I feel like she's like your biggest cheerleader. Like I think she's your first fangirl.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
She's absolutely.
She supports you. And even her support during the premiere and, just the promotion, I'm just like, these two people are a unit. Like, regardless of, whatever makes it.
She's so unapologetic about the way she supports me, and I love it.
Yes.
I think we're different, Tuyosi and I. I show my love in my own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not loud.
Yeah.
It's not in your face.
Yeah.
But it's real and it's there. For me, that's how I know to love, And but hers is totally different.
Yeah.
Hers is like heavy. Like you will feel it. You will know that she's there, and it will be all over. And I'm learning to also love like that as well.
Yeah.
I'm learning to always be present and show, that, you're there for the people that you love. Yeah.
So I really need this kind of love, because as a creative and somebody who's in the space, like, there's so much coming at us. I always want to feel like home is a place where I can go and just.
Yes.
If I had somebody like Tuyosi in my life, I would face not Nollywood, but I would face this career with full vim, knowing that I have somebody like that. I think that, so when I see the dynamic between both of you, I'm like, you guys don't even know what this guy has at home, because
I think
when you have gone outside to fight battles and champions, she's there to come back.
Yeah, I think God just blessed me with her, because I think God saw me and just knew that I needed I needed someone with a fight by my side, because I'm very non-confrontational. I'm very que sera sera, let peace kumbaya, let peace reign, let love lead, all of that. But we both know you can't go through life like that. You need a fight. You need. If you don't have a fight in you, you're going to suffer. So I'm learning that as well, and that's the great thing about our union, is that she covers me in areas that I'm weak, and I obviously cover her in areas that
the
she's
yin to your yang.
Absolutely, and we we go like
what's
that.
like what's raising kids in that dynamic like? Who's the stricter parent?
Obviously, she's the stricter one.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, when I'm in. Like I could laugh and be like, I'll give you
Yeah.
an example. The other day we were punishing our first child, our daughter.
We were punishing our first child. Sounds like you guys drummed up.
No. So we gave her this thing, this thing where you have to like almost squat and be like,
Okada.
yes. you know.
I wrote that thing.
She was doing it for the first time in her life.
She was
and
shocked at her parents.
She was like,
for the first time. How old is she?
She's 6.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 6.
Mm.
So, and then as she was bawling her eyes out and she was doing all of that, and I came down to meet her doing serving the punishment. I woke up late, so I came down and I asked her mom, like, what did she do? And her mom told me. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went to sit by her and like, no, do it correctly. Adjust, go down,
She
go down.
hates
You're not.
you.
She's like, Daddy, I'm sorry. And then Toyosi would come to me like on her blind side and be like, I'm like, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. She has to feel it. She has to really feel it.
Yeah.
Toyosi's like, Toyosi's begging me behind her. It's like, and so we have our moments, She's the like no nonsense, do this, no TV, the regimented, make sure that the kids have a regimented, schedule. And I'm the like, let them be kids, let them
But you
relax.
must balance the wickedness so that they don't think that one
exactly.
parent doesn't like them.
Exactly. So when I'm I'm going for it, I go for it. And I make sure I don't relent until the lesson is learned. And she too, she has her own moments where she's like, oh no, she's soft. So they're kind of the kids have it balanced.
I love that for you. What do you think that having a family has done for you as somebody in this space? Has it made you more grounded?
Absolutely.
Were you always grounded? What the family dynamic change for you?
I think it put things in perspective for me.
Yeah.
It prioritized my life. I immediately know right now what is priority for me and what's not. I will not waste a dime right now on anything that isn't profitable to me or my family at the moment. I know that I have I have one kobo. I know where that money is going to. I know how to spend my money now. I know not to waste my time because time is of the essence. You see those kids, if I'm not on set or I'm not doing something reasonable, I'm spending time with those kids because they hardly see me.
Yes.
So I'm like, time is so precious and they grow so fast. So you blink and they're leaving the house. So I'm like, every time with them is so important.
Daniel, as I'm getting older, and when I got into this space, you're not famous. Everybody knows you. So you have access to everybody and everything. I thought that I didn't know I was going to get exhausted so quickly. Yeah. So when I come back home now, I'm just like, if I even buy a dog, if I don't like dog, because there's a hollow feeling that that's the fame, the notoriety does not give you, and people don't. When I tell my friends, they don't understand it. That if I was you,
I think you have it all.
Like, I'm just like, I wish that, I had my own people, my own thing. When did you actually realize that, because it's two things, right? You can actually be a popping actor in your prime and think that marriage would slow you down or family would actually take away from you. But there's also a part that you can get to as a popping actor and realize that all of this is vanity. Did you arrive there or you just knew that you were always going to be married? You always wanted to raise a family?
So I've been...
Or was it the age?
I've been grounded for a while. You
Right.
know, I think maybe because of my life's experiences, I have very early in my life come to terms with what's real and what's not. So the fame never got to my head. The Raz and the Mataz and the glitz and the glam.
Not even a bit.
Never got to me. Never. Never, ever. I promise you. Listen, I was in South Africa. I was famous in South Africa. Do you know what that means?
Really?
I was on Generations. I was on Generations, The Legacy, the biggest soap opera in South Africa.
You acted in South Africa too?
Yes.
Why did you come here?
I was this guy. I was on Generations. I was famous because I was acting in Nigerian on Generations. As in, it was a new act that
Yeah.
a new storyline that they brought
Yeah.
in, and I got the
And
role.
those people
and
can
it
tell
was,
stories. Though.
ooh, and that role was something because it
Mm.
was so. I was playing the stereotypical Nigerian who was supposed to be in love with a South African and
Mhm.
who everyone hated
Mhm.
because the South African loved me and they set me up for drugs. And they're like, oh, the Nigerians are here to take their women and to bring drugs into their...
Typical
So
story.
that was the storyline
Yeah.
that, my character was in. And it just made me big in South Africa. If I went through all of that and still came back to Nigeria with my head rightly screwed on, essay now. Well, I mean, what's gonna be here that will make me distracted? So I was grounded very early in my life. My father was in the army. I'm the last of 4 kids.
Right.
I have 2 big brothers who have seen it all and done it all, and I've lived under them, and I didn't lose my way. With everything I experienced in school, with my just times and coming back to, so I've been quite grounded, well grounded. So coming into entertainment for me was a fulfillment of purpose, I believe. And so I've been treading that line quite carefully. I have my moments where I just go off the curve and just, but I always come back to the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
And then I knew I had to get married early because I believe that marrying was part of the picture for me, divine purpose. And I felt that I needed to partner with someone. I was in South Africa living the life in South Africa when I started feeling lonely. I felt this sense of loneliness that I was waking up with different babes, I'm just like, this is not the life. This is not what I want for my life. I still feel empty. I still feel lonely.
Can we speak on that emptiness?
Yes.
Because you also have been famous for a bit. Like you have been in the industry for a bit. And anybody who's coming to this space as a newbie is thinking that, oh, these are the perks of, being famous.
Yeah.
And after a while, it's just silence.
Yes.
I mean, you're in the noise.
Yeah, in the noise, but there's deep,
there's deep
unsettling silence.
I think that I'm going to admit here that I think that I've arrived there where nothing really phases me again about the career. I know 5-10 years ago, if anybody had told me that I would be this person, I would have probably believed, but I would have been looking forward to it with so much vim and gusto. And the funny thing, arriving here is like, I can't hold it. It's not like, I'm like, okay, I've not changed from the 15-year-olds, the insecure 15-year-old, or there's still things that I have to grow in. So, and I even feel like even being in the spotlight too much is not allowing me grow at my pace, right? Yes. So sometimes I have to step back and live real life. Yes. And when I step back, I realize how empty this is a facade. Like, it's not real. And how can we let people know that, yeah, you're going to come into this industry, but take it like work. Like, if you work in oil and gas, for example, it should be like a 9 to 5.
You can say it all you want, but people won't get it.
My friend said, my blow first. My friend said, my blow first. So, every time I come with this, it's more than this. Like, you're not famous. Like, all your friends are there talking about you want they call you, they form, say.
Yeah.
But even with my famous friends, it's the same thing across the board. I think one of the reasons why I started this podcast was to be able to have honest conversation with my colleagues as well. I mean, I bring regular people on here, but I really want to know how people navigate, like beyond Instagram and the glitz and the glam. Because me, I love a good glam time. But what are we really about? Like sometimes I just feel like, I'm a showman, right? But because of the times that we're in, my performance doesn't stop with Instagram. It's everywhere. I'm constantly performing. And the only time I get to put myself, maybe is in this...
tiring, isn't it? Like this constant performance of having to keep up with the Joneses, having to perform, having to, like, it can be so tiring.
Do you know that I think that I have now developed... I'm not saying that I'm not myself, but I've also developed a Temisan brand
Yes. That you
to
just switch.
serve this thing that I've become. But I feel like at the core of who I am, the people that really know me, they don't think they're a lot. Like that really see me in my element. So if you say I go, we're together and they're like, I mean be this forget. Because I also need that to keep me sane, to also bring me down, to not so and I feel like the initial high that you get from fame is very deadly. It's worse. I've never tried coke, but I heard that that is like worse than cocaine. Because you're on the road. And I think that's what family and certain friendships do to you. They keep you grounded. I feel for me, I think that's what prayer does for me. That's what's fellowshipping and talking to like some people. And I find that I actually enjoy talking to people that are not in my industry who are living regular life. In fact, I envy people who get to lead
the regular life.
Regular lives. And I'm just like, what's this career? I don't want to sound like I'm about to die, but guys, like some days I actually sit there like, what is still when you distress about? Was it really?
I think for me it's about purpose. If you don't have purpose in view, then all of the noise and all the glitz and the glam can be quite deadly, can be quite confusing, can be a bit heady, can make you heady.
Yes.
And once you're heady, you can lose your way easily. You'll just be like, and it's a drug that you continue to chase and you will never get satisfaction. It will never be like your first hit. You see that first hit that makes you feel like you're on top of the world? You continue to chase it with more and more, and you get less and less satisfaction from it. Less and less. That's why people turn to all kinds of weird stuff, because they're chasing a feeling. They're chasing that first feeling that they get when you first hit the limelight. It makes you feel on top of the world, makes you feel invincible, makes you feel untouchable. But it's all a mirage. It's a facade, But the thing is, once you have purpose in view, you know that you're in this for a reason. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you have certain talents and certain skill sets. And once you have that at the back of your mind, or once you have that in view, then you're able to guide your way. You're able to know that this is just the beginning. Like you're not even there. So you rein yourself in and you build. Yes, you have the opportunity to go to have the limelight and to shine. But immediately you're done, you come back to the workroom and you're building. And because you know there's a place you're going to. So you're building. Then the limelight shines on you again. You perform. Then you quickly run back. You're building because you know there's an end to all of this.
Etim, such depth.
Yeah.
Please put your hands together for Etim. This explains where I am now. I have actually calmed down. You said to know. Listen, I had to calm down, no.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like saying, wow. I got to a point where I'll come back from a fabulous celebration night out. Decked in designer. I'm talking T.I. Nathan. You know me and my designer.
Yeah.
I could go all out. And when I've come back, I said, I put clothes. First of all, I'm like, what a long day of performing.
I'm telling you. Like,
Big. But away from that, I'm just like, is this it? So that satisfaction, that chase, that thing I chased for so long. Because I really worked at this career, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did, and I never, the hits. There was one trip, I was in London, I can never forget. They had flown us there, everything was paid for. I did one penthouse for East London, I did overlook the city. I come out for nights. I'm like, God, why don't I feel like I've arrived here, like I belong here? It felt like I was in London, but my spirit was in Nigeria. In fact, my spirit was in Warri. So I'm like, it doesn't add up. So I started asking questions. And I realized the bulk of us never really feel it, right? So people like you who put purpose in front, maybe there's a clearer vision for you guys, right? But what is even really the purpose of it? I've always been talented. So what's the purpose of doing this thing? I think that my biggest, I don't know if I'll call it the purpose of this, of all of this, right? But I feel like my biggest high is seeing other people happy. So I do this.
Can I just add this?
Yeah.
What you're saying is so profound that your highest mark will never be about you. Your highest mark will always be about others. It will always be about what you can do for others. You see how God makes us. God makes us in a way that our highest level is never really about us.
It's dependent.
Yes, it's about others. So the moment is about you. As you keep doing things about you, building for you, amassing wealth for you, the lower you will feel, the less you will feel, the more empty you will feel. But that's why all these guys, they're so smart. That's why they're so big at giving arms and at all these projects and doing things for people.
Because it does something to you here.
Yes. So the more you make it about others, the more blessed you feel. But carry on.
Because I feel like there was a time it was about me, and the high almost killed me, But now, this is, I wake up knowing that there's an audience that needs to laugh.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I see the comments and they're like, oh, Timisa, we've not laughed today. Oh my God, you. So there was around the time when the bandits were really, really going hard, right? So I was scared to drop a video. So I'm like, before they can't drag me, see, can't you fall apart today? What's so funny? So, but I dropped a video, right? And somebody commented, they're like, this is what I just needed right now. Like, this country is burning, but Timisa, thank you for making us laugh. And oh, so I got a kick, but it wasn't the regular.
Yeah.
I am the Timisa
fulfillment.
It was like, yeah. So me, I think, even reeling myself back in, and it's just trying to find out like why am we doing this, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I've gotten my first initial high. Now I'm on like it's the down and like I'm just like, okay. Yeah. So like nothing really excites me except intentional work, showing up to shoot my podcast, recording content for not being overstimulated, right? Thinking of other ways to actually give this talent. And I think one of the things that's also interesting about my own trajectory is that the more I grow, the more I realize the things that I can do. Because comedy will never, and I say this, because I never wanted to be taken as a joke.
Absolutely.
So comedy will never have come across my mind. I was supposed to be international, like right now, I was supposed to be in Paris, Milan, New York. Wow. That was always the goal, right? But thank God it didn't happen because I've done the wind down my career now. But I mean, for me now, it's like, where am I now? Like, am I trying to transition? Am I trying to find new things? Am I trying to find new expressions, right? How can we play with comedy? Okay, am I going to do comedy eventually? How am I going to navigate? Okay, so, but what kind of comedy do I want to do? Because also I'm very big on the quality of what I do. So, I had this conversation at that
Can I say something about you?
And you forced me. So let me tell you. So I saw Etim at Isuya Junction in our place. I come says, Fana, bros, help me, I said, no, you're doing comedy, just hold it. I said, no, I want to be a method actor. So I don't know if, I also I don't want to be.
Can I just say something great about your work, Timmy-san?
Yeah.
And that's why I think you're in such a great place.
Mm-hmm.
And that place that you're in, no one can take it from you. I'll tell you what it is. You are so effortlessly funny.
Yeah.
You don't try to be funny. You don't crack jokes. You are just you.
Hallelujah.
Even in trying to be serious and trying to be deep and trying to be, you are funny.
You don't want to take me seriously.
You are funny. So that's the thing. And that's priceless. What you have, people are trying to be it. People are trying to be funny. They are cracking jokes. And
I'm just crying every day,
you're just being yourself, and that's funny. So what you have is gold already.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, my friend, for pointing this out.
I promise you.
Because friend, every time I see people who are trying to be funny, I'm like, ew.
I know. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Yes, and I can't help it. Those people, I don't waste my time.
Stop. It's timing. The timing is wrong.
It's off. So off.
But this thing you just said is so crazy. The things that come naturally to us, the things that come out of us without even trying, we shit on them.
Yes.
Because we want it to be
we want it to be like how this person is doing it and how that person is doing it.
It's not even that. It's just that because I've always been funny. But for me, it's a personality as opposed to talent.
Right.
So, and I've also gone through life. You know, I sent Bovi a video some days ago, and the guy was saying that people who end up being comedians grew up in
Some of the
situations that were not
saddest people,
funny.
Yes.
So I've always processed things that, okay, so we're about to die, right? But what's the humor here?
Right.
And I could always find humor. I could always walk a room because there was so much tension where I was coming from, right? So when I walk into a room, I'm like, how can we all be laughing now? We need peace because I can't do this. So my entire time, I think I was learning how to, and to think that it would be the thing that God used to bless, because I can't lie to you. I've made the most money from being a motherfucker, being a shithead, being a nutter.
Yeah.
You know, I used to say, like, I didn't want them to take me as a joke and whatnot, but
yeah,
I think that's the only way to make money, as a joke.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to be a joke going forward. Everybody has advised me to be a joke, so that's what we're going to be. Okay, so I'm going to let Mr. Effiong go because he spent good time with us. But before you go, I want to ask a question that has been on my producer's mind, not mine though, because she's been. So, like, what's the one thing about the creative life that people don't want to admit? Like,
I mean, there are a lot of things, but I'll just say this one, that the core of the creative life is drab, it is monotonous, it is not glam, it is everyday grind. People see this side of, or this sector as, oh, you just wake up and you just be like, I just wanna,
I'm Naomi
woke up like
Campbell.
this. I did that. No, beyond all of that facade is an engine that grinds day in, day out, tirelessly, loveless, hardcore. Behind, to create that facade, you will walk your heart out. People don't get that. And so if you're coming on this side, you better be prepared for the grind, prepared to pay the price.
Is there no other way out?
There's no other way out. You
I
have
hate
to
it
do
too.
it. Listen, bro. But the sooner you come to terms with it, the sooner you embrace it. You see, all these guys that look like they are out there and they are hits and they are all these so-called one-hit wonders and they are, overnight successes. No. Behind all of that are hard workers, people that grind. See, Temisa, all of you watching this guy. The guy, they grind.
My brother.
He grinds like no man's business.
Wait,
yeah.
first, I beg, no say I be talkative. I will talk this one for you. When I realized that the career would need more of me, I almost died. Because I think that if I didn't want this career, but I'm a very lazy person. Like, by myself, like, I have help for everything,
Yeah.
But I realized that the systems I have to put in place,
Yes.
the showing up.
Yes.
I was texting you this morning by 5 a.m. Like,
yes, I
like,
saw it. I'm like,
mood,
dude is awake.
like,
yeah.
And showing up is half the work.
Yes. And if you don't do it, you just be mediocre. You just, because there are a bunch of, you know how many Temisa wannabes there are. You know how many Toke wannabes there are so many, but to get there, you have to grind. You have to pay the price.
My mentor used to say that people who are half as talented as you are out there making it because they just believe, say, they feed them and they have work ethic. They have their work behind them. You are out here thinking you're so talented. But to do the work, you can't. Yeah. So, but, thank you for, like, showing us what it is to be a superstar, and what the grind is behind it, and talking about your family, and educating us about, like, method kissing, Because before now, I didn't know what it was.
Method kissing.
I didn't know how to kiss on set.
But Temisa, you haven't done one thing. You haven't sipped, like, done that whole...
Yeah, let's do that. Just to us. This is my trademark.
Yeah.
Get out! That's what they make me money. Let me sip again.
I love it.
You have to sip
let me try.
End. So you know what you're going to do? Sip and close the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? I can do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I'm kind of shy.
To sip. We'll wait for you.
Okay.
Okay. I believe the boy you know. Oh, you for.
No. Honestly, guys, this has
Mhm.
been so fantastic. Thank you for bringing me on the show. It has been lovely conversations, heartfelt, and I can only go there because I tell people that what I have, because people ask me like, what makes you so special? Like,
Mhm.
what's the thing about you? And I say it's heart. Like I'm so bare with my heart, and I'm so
They call the go.
and that's what I put into my acting that makes my acting so special is heart. Like when I kiss with heart. When
Heart.
I love with heart. Like I put heart into the thing. That's why people love it.
Then they
But
know they remind me of those my self pastors. Those my university pastors. Those motherfuckers were horse. Out. Thank you. Use your heart and go out.
thanks, guys. Thank you so much.